Hi and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne once again. Thank you all for tuning in. And today is Wednesday. And why am I saying that? Yeah, that's nothing until next month. Okay, yeah, so we'll announce that later because it's too far to announce now. Anyways, hey, thanks for all for tuning in. And let's go into the unknown. All right. Greetings once again to the collective. This is Ocyphius. We bid you all a good day. Once again, of course, we love to travel into the unknown. Always yourself is the known. Always what you reference is the known. Always what you know in thinking is the known. The unknown is presented in the now. It is never in time. The unknown is your world to be perceived in allowance, in vulnerability, in framework reference points. You always get knowns in your idea thinking. You always get unknowns in your idea allowing. The dependency on the knowns for comfort, we have spoken of this, is the repetition of your reality. Yes, you will have new versions of your reality, but if you pay attention to the idea of your feelings about things, they may be that of lackluster. They may be dulled. And the idea of you, your heart, seeking wisdom, seeking unknown, wanting more in the now, that is the idea of allowance. Both structures are firmly in place. It's getting used to one and letting go of the habit of the other. It is all up to you. So Roxy's framework is within a boundary. She has her own sandbox, much as you do. You have your own ideas of yourself to expand into. You grab your knowns in hopes, maybe, in dreams, possibly, of things that would stretch your sandbox. Let's say, lessen your edges. But it is an idea of a future. If it is an idea of not now, it is birthed from the idea of I'm not enough. If it is a now that would be perceived as better than the now that I am now, then all those ideas are known. Scary to really just let go. There was one of the idea students in our idea Sylvester class that had an epiphany about a moment that Sly had mentioned. Each and every one of you, Sly had told to the class, you can get up and walk out of your house, walk out of wherever you are, and leave everything and take nothing with you. Naked if you choose. Take nothing, and you're going to be perfect. You need no money, you need no luggage, you need no clothing, you need no stuff. See, that's the trust in the unknown, the vulnerable to the now. Not in defeat, not in attack, not in the naysayers of negativity that reinforce their realities, not yours to choose no longer, truly. You just walk out and let go of everything that you knew. Many have journeyed along this idea, and that idea was self-value to perceive themselves in their exponential expansion, whatever that is. So there are reference points that people have done that. But do yourself a favor, do not reference that as your journey. For those are choices. Choices of the unknown, always presented. Make it yours in the known, remain known, truly. So the idea of this to let go and just walk into your next now with not knowing anything. The most humbling words to humanity, I don't know. What happens when you don't know? You bring the known, yourself, into the unknown, so you may know. Truly. Everything once again is presented to you. It is effortless. It is magic. There are miracles abound. But the self of you, the habitual self, the one that is being shed, values in emotional content, measurement, consequence, outcome, shit like that, that says impossible or not yet. Or, if I had this, then I could. Always looking for safety and security to keep your nows exciting so you can give your permissions to go into the unknown nows. But permissions are not done with the nows of the known. They're done in the nows of the unknown. Safety brings the known into the known. Does not allow the unknown in. Vulnerability is opening the doors to the unknown, truly. So when you see yourself in a moment of now, that experience has told you this choice is known and this choice is unknown. Choose to take a chance on yourself. Feel that what you are, not what you were. For the were is the idea that you are no longer seeking, but habits say, I must. For fear is daunting beyond your self-worth, keeping you paralyzed in the known. So in this idea, we'd like to bring in an idea of another speaker on this matter. More of a, let's say, vibration of experience of the known into the unknown. Roxy has fears about channeling me. Not in the idea of channeling me, but the incident that happened when she channeled me at one other time. So therefore, we shall remain nameless. And it's not her fears that we're enforcing. We're telling her it's okay. Truly. So in that idea, I brought the knowns into the unknowns. I brought the knowns into the unknowns. And my motto was, let's see what happens. I wanted to know the unknown God. I wanted to know that there was more. And I found it through anger. I found it through what you would call atrocities. I was a tyrant. I was a leader of armies. I destroyed nations. I killed millions. I went on a decade spree of conquering to find my known anger inside of me. To see the anger was my causation of my life. Because I needed to seek the knowing of the anger. So therefore the anger was the only thing I knew. Therefore that's all I was. I wasn't angry at a particular idea of myself. I was angry at an action of another. See, those ideas slaughtered my civilization. And I was pissed. So I went and killed them. All of them. Every single one. Maybe some got away. Moved into the mountains at the time. The underground dwellings. Maybe. Matters not. I wiped out the majority of them and I hated them for what they did to me. So I experienced humanity. And then in that one moment, in the middle of a battle, a great battle, 50,000 on each side going at it, easily. Killings, blood, bloodshed. Glorious, truly, of the epic idea of what's possible in a human body. What's possible as a limited being. What's possible to weigh yourself in measurement to see how nasty you can get with humanity yourself, truly, of course. And there was that epiphany in that one moment. I was like, how could this idea let me do this? How could God let me do this with no punishment? And at the time, we didn't have that bullshit you guys got going on right now. You'll be punished later, after death, judged, all that shit. That's a whole nother paradigm to get you guys to where you are now, but we're talking way before that. How can this God of love not even come and pay me a moment's attention to say to me, hey kid, you need to look at this a different way? No one came. Nothing. No one came. So I went to go find this God, and I was pissed at him. I was. I wanted to ask him why you allowed me to do that. Allowed me to be a part of this idea, and I was the leader, responsible in that idea, in your terms. Truly it was, let's say, natural in our times, as opposed to your times. You look at conquering as an abortion now. And that's why you have so many divisions and flags and weapons of defense, that kind of shit. But that's neither here nor there. So I went out and found my angry God in a high mountaintop. And it wasn't a God that you would think that appeared like to that dude Moses, that burning bush idea. It was me sitting on the mountaintop and then just hearing my clear voice in my head that started talking to me. And I was like, okay, let's see if this is really you. And he only said one thing to me. I asked him, of course, why you allowed me to do this. And he goes, there's nothing wrong with you do what you do. Not a damn thing. See, you're just being an idea of the known. And that's all it took. That's it. At that moment I realized I was a repetition because I would only believe in myself as what I was. So there was no opportunity. And there was no representation. And this is relevant to your space-time now, not when I was that idea, fractal self. It's relevant to you because you are reflectors to each other. And if you don't see another version of yourself, there's no expansion. If you're always reinforced, Sly has said this many times, what you were, then you always choose the known. Simple. But this unknown God says to me those words. Didn't matter what I did. Only thing they pointed out to me is I was just being my known self. That's it. And then voice left. No goodbyes, no I love you, none of that shit. Just gone. And I felt it was gone. It became clear. Not empty. Clear. For I had enough reverence for my actions of love, called atrocity in your terms, that I didn't need another to fulfill me. I didn't need that. So I felt clear after this idea came to me. I wasn't thankful for it. I wasn't missing it. I wasn't lonely now or alone, because I just loved my hated self. Loved it. Because it gave me power. It gave me worthiness. It gave me movement of others in my reality for admiration. For what they did to me. You see, my knowns could never be filled, I discovered later. I would never be satisfied. Because I always seek the known. And what do I seek? What is comfortable. What I'm good at. How I can lead in those idea nations. Doesn't matter the action. That's your idea and polarity to deal with. It's up to you. I don't care. But I realized that I can never see myself in a new way if I always seek myself in my known ways. And then I took a few years to ponder this idea. Started to diminish for no particular reason. Taking my nation and conquering others. And then one day I just stopped. Because I didn't have the same reverence to be the known. And I, a mighty conqueror of nations, was alone, finally. Not alone with people. I had admirers about all that shit. King status, stuff like that. What I felt was I had nothing to do to reinforce my comfort self, in your terms, of the known me. that known me that kept on telling me in my head, this is what you are, then reinforced by my men, by my women, by my nations, by my admirers, by my haters, by my enemies. Because I validated it. I validated my own known. I didn't understand it was a mirror. But in contemplations to rip away everything that I was by doing one thing, not taking action on what I was, I felt alone. Your terms, I guess, would be lonely. Because I wasn't friends with myself anymore. You guys are friends with yourself. You're friendly with yourself. You get pissed off at yourself for hating yourself. You get pissed off at yourself for your mistakes. You already know the answer to that. But you're mighty comfortable with yourself. Because that's why you repeat. The comforts of home, is one of the channel come through this conduit said. Your known repetitions that keep you safe, secure, comfortable, tangible ideas of future that you would be worthy. I found my worthiness through hate. I was worthy to hate. I was worthy to kill. I was worthy to slaughter. I was worthy to cause pain. But I ascended that way. We're talking the way that you guys ascend. Tommy, Roxy wants some more coffee, please. And your ascended master vibrating in the light idea. That was me. Did that. Because after spending enough time in the unknown, you become known. But you don't become known as what you were. Is the whole key. I was this. But if I don't validate this in any aspect, I didn't have as much busyness as you guys do. You have a lot more details you guys are juggling and fucking with all the time. All your important stuff. All your identities you're juggling between the identity of your lover, the identity of your family, identity of your coworkers, identity of your boss, identity of your parents. You're always changing masks. I didn't have that busyness you guys going on. But if you don't reinforce it anything, the only thing that can be there is the you that you don't know. And it's not someone else. It's you. See, you are the interpreter of your world, of your vibrations presented by the unknown. The unknown presents unknowns all the time. Think it. They're presented all the time. But you shield them because they don't look like the knowns. And for you to venture outside of the suit you don every day, the mask you ordain every day, validate every day, the known self, then you get the known. And in wonderment, you wonder why things don't change. The known self into the unknown is allowance, is giving in, is vulnerability, is paying no attention or importance to categories of the future that say this would be better. He's raising his voice with me. How exciting. It's got good energy today, yes? Yeah. Yeah, see? So that unknown self awaits you. I found my unknown self by not being the self. And what did I lose? What did I lose, Xander? I lost my friends. I lost my status. I lost my lovers. I lost my nation I created. I lost my status. I became an idea of a peasant a wandering idea vagabond, carpetbagger in your terms. Yes, true. Many won't understand that one. How quickly the nouns change. So I fell in love with this unknown me because I was listening to the God that I am, that spoke to me, that told me my own way home. And I realized that I was the only one who could do it. That I could not do it through another's help. That I had to choose to walk through into the unknown self. We're okay. He's just starting to become a toddler, getting excited about the unknown. Little juicy juice.
Fruit. Like fruit sauce.
Beautiful. So, I had to find comfort where I was scared and lonely, playing with the new unknown self, wandering to different countries, begging for my food, earning my way through my wits of the past. I had skills, but I did not use them in the same fashion as I did before, because that was my known self. Then I noticed there was two selves in one self. The self of experience that allowed me to be the self of the unknown, to give me a new self of experience, to allow me to be a new self of the unknown. Always taking my known into the unknown. And you can do that. You cannot do it with your mind of thinking, because the thinking mind is the known. The vulnerable mind is the unknown. You can get to where you want to be, but I dare say, entities, where you think you want to be is quite minuscule in the possibilities of where you truly can be as the you that you are now. But if you don't trust it, your mirror will speak that non-trust to you. That's right, Xander. So we say, become the unknown you. Revel in it. Be different. Choose your heart, not your mind. Choose the unknown instead of the personality of the known. Don't repeat yourself in safety. Don't dream of what you can be. Be now and find out what you will be. Truly. We bid you all a good day, as our friend Ocyphius would say. We're going to skedaddle. And you all will know me in that perfect now, if you choose. Matters not. Good? Love to you all. And thank you all once again for tuning in to our joy in this now. This is Ocyphius. We bid you all a good day. Adonai. Cool beans. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in once again. And we will see you on Friday. I love you. Bye. Bye, Zan.